Ladies and gentlemen, it is a big, weird, wild world out there, folks, and here we stand. A pie del cañón, ready for anything. I'm Rob Grams, that's the Natch, and you're listening to...
The ProBoh Show!
That is right, boys and girls, you're listening to the ProBoh Show on this special Thursday edition. You know what makes today special, Natch?
No?
It's Jueves! Oh, pa 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 pa! Oh my God, thank God. It's nearly the weekend, dude. We're facing an emptier office than usual today because Vaughan, the company that I work for, is they've been nominated for a prize and all the jefes are in IFEMA with this in this educational feria. So good luck to Vaughan. Hopefully we come out the winners of that. How you doing, Natch? How's your Jueves treating you?
Well, so far, so good.
Yeah, mine so far so good too. I've had a coffee. spoke to the one and only Mr. Fitzgerald a little while. Yesterday was a good topic, man. We spoke about animal testing. I actually got a lot of messages after that show telling me. A few messages after that show, telling me that, I wasn't 100% accurate with what I was saying regarding the efficacy, how efficient those alternatives to animal testing might be. So if that's a subject that interests you, I encourage you to go and search that out for yourself. It is a touchy subject, no one wants to see animal cruelty going on, but it happens, and sometimes for good reasons, sometimes for bad. But for whatever the reason, I don't think anyone agrees that making an animal suffer is a good thing. Yeah, so it was an interesting subject. Thank you for coming with me there on yesterday's show. Today we're a little bit more light-hearted in today's unpopular opinion. That coming up in a little while. What else do we have today? Oh, let me tell you guys. It was a long walk to work, and I encountered 100 humans, and I asked them about their clothing choices in a certain situation, Natch. In what situation is it appropriate to wear a certain thing? We'll get there. And hopefully, if we have time, we get to two pieces of Complete the News, where we look at a horror film that was banned in Hong Kong. And what's the other one? The other one is about a man who loses something. Oh! Yeah, I tried my hardest to find some English news. I don't complain enough about my paisanos, my brothers in Britain. So today I made sure to find a good piece of British news. And it's about a British man who lost something through a pub crawl. Do you know what a pub crawl is, Natch? It's when you go out drinking with your friends. Usually it's quite early, and the goal is to get very drunk, but going to several bars. So you have a drink in one place, a drink in another place, then a drink in another place. Do you not have that concept in Spain?
There are certain famous streets in Spain that has that concept.
Yeah,
For example, la Calle Laurel in Logroño, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
pub crawls aren't bound by streets in the UK. Usually bound by cities. Let's do a pub crawl around Liverpool. Let's do a pub crawl around Britain. Dude, I used to do this when I was a teenager, man. Let's go do a pub crawl. Yeah, I don't think I could leave. I think I'm so bad at drinking now. After the first pub, I'd already be asleep. Let's see who's joining us today. By the way, guys, if you want to join in today's content, you can do so very easily at twitch.tv/professional bohemian. That's Bohemio Profesional, pero en inglés. Vamos, Google Translate will help. You can join us just like Pedro. Good morning, all. He's driving at the moment. Be safe while you're driving, Pedro. And the Bridge. Gotcha, Rob. Good morning. Bridge is asking about Boris Johnson facing some legal strife right now. I want to talk about that today. I try not to talk too much about politics in the show, but maybe I should, because Boris Johnson's like a cartoon character. He's like, more ridiculous Donald Trump. And by the way, Donald Trump hasn't been arrested yet, Natch. Did you hear this? Like, he has his own social media because he was banned everywhere else. He has his own social media called Truth Social. Yeah, no irony whatsoever. He called it Truth Social. And on Truth Social, he said, I'm going to get arrested. And he hasn't been. About his hush money payments. Hush money, great concept. Pay someone to be quiet. That's what I was hoping with the radio, Natch. I would do enough shows and people would pay me to not be on the air anymore. So these hush money payments to Stormy Daniels. Stormy Daniels, an adult performer who, we're going to assume had sexual relations with Donald Trump. And later Donald Trump paid for her silence. This obviously, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this was happening while Melania was pregnant with Baron Trump. How are you doing, Ors? Hi, Rob. Please don't talk about politicians. They don't deserve the waste of time. True story. True story. Let's move on from politicians, man. Yeah, that's kind of Ors, you kind of hit the nail on the head. Can we get a ProBoh proof, Ors? He's kind of
That gets the ProBoh stamp of approval.
You've hit the nail on the head, Los Clavao. It's like, let's not waste any of our precious time together talking about people like Boris Johnson and Donald Trump. They already take up way too much of our time. We mentioned clean energy from air. Do you remember, Natch? On Tuesday, I think it was, a new discovery that of a certain enzyme that can turn air into electricity. Fascinating. And I find this scientific news amazing. And I was browsing Google Yahoo News today when I encountered this. This is a piece of news from 2 days ago. Again, this is the kind of news story I like to talk about. The kind of thing that should be on the front page of every newspaper and that every television should be talking about right now, but isn't, because we're all caught up in gossip and things that don't actually or will never affect our lives. Here we go. An experimental pill. Un píldora, right? An experimental pill. Breakthrough. Muy rompedora. Wow, I'm killing it again.
Vaya nivelazo.
I don't know what's happened over there. I'm not sleeping any better, I can tell you that. An experimental breakthrough pill sees cancer vanish in a third of leukemia patients. This is from 2 days ago, guys. This is fresh news I'm bringing you. Morning, ProBoh Showers. How are you doing, Born to Iron Man? How's everybody doing? We are full of energy, full of beans to attack this Thursday, or Jueves. Here we go. Terminal leukemia patients. So these are not just people who've who've developed leukemia recently. These are terminal leukemia patients who are not responding to treatment, now have hope for a cure thanks to a new experimental pill called this is a difficult one. Revumenib. 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 Yeah. This drug has completely eliminated cancer, leukemia cancer, which is a blood cancer, I believe, leukemia, in a third of the participants in a long-awaited clinical trial in the US. Game changer. Game changer. Like when my best friend died, he had like a precursor to leukemia. Kind of thing that you have and it develops into full-blown leukemia. Man, if this had been around when Josh was here, man, you know? So massive news there. That's in Yahoo News. Again, guys, all the pieces of news that I talk about today, I will post the links in my Patreon when I post the show. Don't beg, Rob, says the bridge. I don't know what I was begging about. I don't know. Good morning, you beauties. How you doing, Min? Welcome. So there you go. Massive news from a drug trial in the United States. A potential cure to leukemia. Why is that not on the front page of every single newspaper? Do you know what I mean? Why are we all reading about Donald Trump potentially getting arrested? When really, who cares? Who cares? He's not even the president anymore. There's news out there about breakthroughs in cancer cures and energy production, and only the ProBoh Show honors news that isn't crap. Oh, let's get a ProBoh approved for the bridge. Come on.
ProBoh approved.
True story, man. It's not all doom and gloom out there, folks. Look outside your window. You know what I mean? The news would have us believe we step outside, we're going to be attacked by 1,000 killer bees with the coronavirus, and it's not the truth. You look outside, the sun is shining, people living their lives. People want you to be afraid, folks. They want you to be afraid so you keep on consuming. I'm saying don't be afraid. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid. There is optimism out there if you look for it. So what's going on with me today? Let me tell you. I'm going for a resonanthia. I'm going for a resonanthia on my back because I've had issues since my accident. And it makes me nervous. Do you suffer any kind of not paranoia is not the word. Do you have a phobia of the doctors or anything like that, Natch?
No, I was a little bit hypochondriac.
Yeah.
But none less and less, not anymore.
Me, the complete opposite. I would do anything to avoid the doctors. So the accident and being in a clinic so often over the last couple of months has been an absolute nightmare for me. And the idea of having to go under a machine, like Andy was prepping me yesterday. He says, Rob, the machine's going to be loud. It's going to be scary, but you're not going to feel anything. Yeah. So, like, I'm listening to this, slowly going more and more white as Andy's trying to calm me down. It's called white coat syndrome here, says Dawn Ray. Thank you. Welcome, Dawn Ray. How are you doing? Yeah, I later learned that I'm not unique in this. A lot of people have a fear of doctors and hospitals and things of that nature. I'm not sure when it started. I think it started around the time. Yeah, around the time Josh and Marissa passed away. Spent a lot of time in hospitals with those two. And since then, you know what I mean? As soon as it happened, like I was convinced I had cancer. So what am I nervous of now? I go for this resonanthia on my back so they find out what's wrong. Right, and they're going to find cancer, man. Oh, I'm sorry, Rob. You've got back cancer. Sounds stupid, but hey, guys. You know what I mean? If anything, I'm going to keep it real with you, friends. I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to be honest with you. Rob portraying himself as a better news source, but even he won't report the fact that pigeons aren't real. They're government drones. Pigeons, palomas. Que no son de verdad, Nach. They're created by the government to spy on us, according to Min. Joining us from the Netherlands. How you doing, Min? You know what we should do, Nach? You know what we should do on this fine, fine morning? We should go to today's unpopular opinion.
Unpopular opinion.
Woo, friends! So, we have a more light-hearted unpopular opinion for you today. Is it more light-hearted? Well, you guys can be the judge of that. What, first of all, is an unpopular opinion? Every day, I have a brain fart. Un pedo cerebral, un pedo mental. I share that brain fart with you, and you, on my social media, you tell me if I'm right or wrong. And you can do that if you want to keep up with the unpopular opinions that we do on the show. You can follow me on Instagram at @professional bohemian. That's Bohemio Profesional, pero en inglés. Dude, I really need a jingle for that. I get so sick of saying it. Okay, so here we go. The friend zone doesn't exist. La zona de amigos, amigas.
Yeah, zona de amigos.
Zona de amigos.
Sí.
Okay. La zona de amigos.
La zona de amigos.
Okay. All right. Look at me auto-correcting myself. I'm practically bilingual now, Natch. Thank you. Thanks to you and your nivelathos. Rob, resonanthia, they'll stick you inside a sort of cavern. You're not helping me here. Bridge. They'll stick you in a sort of cavern. I had one done and actually proposed to the nurse that they might have to rub me down with some lubricant in order to get me in. Yeah, no. I'm terrified. I have my appointment at a quarter past 12, 12:15. I'll be here for the lunchtime show. Hopefully a lot calmer than I am now. Could use some bloody sunshine, says Min. It's been raining here for like 48 hours. Oof. We could use some rain in Madrid, but I'm going to be honest with you. I'm very, very happy. It's a beautiful sunny day. It was too big. I was too big, not it was too big. Yeah, I hope we're still talking about the same thing. Squeezing yourself in, covering yourself up with lube. I'm starting to look forward to this resonance thing. Anyway, whatever. Good morning, Trusky. How you doing? So today's unpopular opinion is the friend zone does not exist. Now, we spoke briefly about this before, Natch. It has the same meaning, right? The friend zone, both in Spanish and in English. It's when a person has romantic feelings for one of their friends, but their friends do not share those romantic feelings. And we would say in English that friend has put me in the friend zone. You know? Or you meet someone and romantic feelings don't develop for them, but they do for you. They put you in the friend zone. I take issue with this concept. But does that make sense to you in Spanish, Natch?
Yes, one is in love and the other is not.
Exactly. Exactly that. So I said the friend zone doesn't exist. How do you think they answered on Instagram, Natch?
I think they've answered that it exists.
That it exists. It's a thing. It's a phenomena. It's a real phenomena. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you something. 60% of people agreed with that statement. Not as many people voted. Well, not quite a lot of people voted. Yeah, but around 60% of people in the poll said true. That it does not exist. And I share that opinion, although I may not share the reason why. Woo! It's a tough one today. So yeah, guys, that's the unpopular opinion. What do you think? What's your take on this, Nash?
So the thing is, though, both are in love or neither are. So that the zone, the zone doesn't exist.
Yeah, it does. For me, it doesn't exist. I'll get into it. Like, I understand that for you, you know, it's a real phenomenon, right? It's something that you understand.
I do think it's real. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's get into let's break down the concept of the friend zone. It was first used in a 1994 episode of Friends. So no one told you that it's gonna be this way. Yeah. First coined in Friends. You know, the birthplace of modern culture. I don't know, naturally, you expect him to say ancient Greece. The Roman Empire. No, it was first coined in an episode of Friends, where Joey says to Ross that he is the mayor of the friend zone. El alcalde de la zona de amigos. And it has evolved into a catch-all term. Un frase que recopila muchos conceptos, into a catch-all term for unrequited sexual or romantic interest. Okay, so that's a little bit of an explanation of the friend zone. Min says, how do we define the friend zone? If I was interested in them, but they just wanted to be friends, then obviously it happens. Well, the friend zone is a place for some reason, the concept is we stay there. It's a zone. And that's the issue that I take with it. But let's go into some pro and con arguments. A pro argument. The friend zone does not exist. The concept of the friend zone reinforces harmful gender stereotypes and undermines the importance of healthy platonic relationships. It suggests that men are entitled to romantic or sexual relationships with women who they are friendly with, regardless of the woman's feelings or preferences. This creates a sense of entitlement and perpetuates the idea that women are objects to be pursued and conquered rather than individuals with their own agency and autonomy. Interesting point, right, Natch? Because when you really think about it, there is a lot of truth to that. If a woman puts you in a friend zone, it implies that it's not a pleasant place to be. Ugh. So yeah, that's one of the issues I take with it. Let's continue. A con argument, arguing against the friend zone, or say, in favor of the friend zone existing. It's a thing. It's a real phenomena. The friend zone is a real phenomena that can be frustrating and emotionally challenging for individuals who experience it. When someone develops romantic feelings for a friend and those feelings are not reciprocated, it can be difficult to navigate the shift from a romantic interest to a platonic friendship. It can also be disheartening to invest time and emotional energy into a relationship that does not progress beyond the friendship stage. And I am arguing that the friend zone does not exist. But being in the friend zone sounds like someone who's stuck in it. Exactly. That's one of my issues with it. So, Rob, how would you translate amigo con derecho a roce? Is that like not friends with benefits? Yeah, right. We say amigos con beneficio. Friends with benefits. Okay, so those are the kind of textbook arguments for and against the friend zone. Here's my thing. Now, we're assuming that the friend zone is a male phenomena, and it's not. I'm sure. I am absolutely positive there are women out there stuck in what they perceive to be the friend zone. Sometimes it's quite often used as a. Have you heard of the term incel, Natch? These are again, it's a catch-all term to describe men who feel entitled to romantic and sexual relationships. Basically, it's not exactly that, but basically on the surface, they say it's a precursor to kind of that toxic masculinity that people are talking about. No, I will call BS on that. I think the concept of the friend zone is not a male phenomena. I know women. I know. Like one of my closest female friends right now is stuck in the friend zone with a guy. So let's wipe that off the table. It's not a male phenomenon. It's a human phenomenon. If you were in the friend zone, here's what I'm going to say. You weren't put there. You put yourself there. Now, I can remember one point in my life where I had a friend, a female friend. This is many, many years ago. And I started to develop feelings for her. You know what I did, Natch? Do you know what I did? I didn't stick around, buy her flowers, take her out for nice expensive meals, things like that. That could be misconstrued as friendship. No, I sat down with her. I said, I'm starting to develop feelings for you. I want to ask you if that's at all reciprocated from you. Because if it's not, I think it's best that we don't see each other anymore. You know what happened? We stopped seeing each other. But guess what? I wasn't in the friend zone, because if I was going to keep on pursuing that relationship, it would have been me that would have put myself there. And in 100% of cases, it's that. No, but Rob, I'm not in control of my emotions. No, but you're not a 5-year-old child. You know what I mean? You don't have to throw a tantrum. Just like you don't have to be embroiled in a storm of feelings with regards to a friendship that is never going to progress beyond that. The friend zone doesn't exist because that person is not forcing you to be a friend. You are forcing you to be a friend and to maintain that relationship. You are doing that. The friend zone doesn't exist. No one puts you in the friend zone. Okay? You just pursue a relationship that is, that is not going anywhere. And look, I'm not speaking from any place of authority, because let me tell you something, guys. I am just like you. I'm the chief idiot on this program among the community. I am the first person who've been stuck in what I would consider now the friend zone. It's just over the years I've, learned that kind of behavior doesn't get me anywhere. I would much rather be in a mutual relationship. There you go. Friend zone doesn't exist. You're not put in the friend zone. You exist in the friend zone if you want to be. Let's see what people are saying. Not people know this, but Rob and I are friends with benefits, says Min. Yeah. I modded him. That's a benefit. And he introduces me to great new music. Did you know that of Min? Min and I have the exact music taste. And he's... I don't know. No, you're not quite 20 years younger than me, but... Let's continue. I was about to say the way you describe friend zone sounds like you're describing incels. Yeah, but is there a massive difference? You know what I mean? Is there a massive difference when it comes to the way most people see the friend zone? Like, I would argue it's not a male phenomenon. You know what I mean? Each and every person listening to this show right now has the power and autonomy to decide where their relationships, who they have them with, and where they should point and where they should go. That is my opinion. The friend zone doesn't exist. No one puts you in the friend zone. If you're in an uncomfortable, unrequited love situation, it's because you keep yourself there. How do I know this? Because every time it's happened to me, it has been me that put myself there. Guys, I'm going to post the poll in the chat. You're going to tell me, does the friend zone exist? And let's see. Well, let's put this to bed once and for all. Guys, having a great start to the show. A lot of things you could be doing right now. Instead of doing those things, you're here with me, and it means the absolute world. I'll post the poll in the chat and see you in 4 minutes. Hey, guys, if you'd like to support the show, you can do so on Patreon. That's patreon.com/professional bohemian. There you'll find VODs of the episodes as they are recorded live, blogs, vlogs, and behind-the-scenes content. If you'd like to watch the show live, you can do so on twitch.tv/professional bohemian, and you can participate in the polls we use in the show on Instagram @professional bohemian or Twitter @ProBoh, ProBoh. Okay, on with the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ProBoh Show, the second half on this beautiful Jueves morning. Hey, it's Thursday. Oh my God. Head first into the weekend, and we've got Easter coming up next. We get some time off. Oh, so excited. Dude, I think I'm going to keep on doing the show over the Easter break. But you know what I struggle with, Natch? I struggle with the idea of doing the show Natchless. You know, I feel the Natch deficit in my life. True story, man. True story. So if you're just tuning in, what have you missed? Well, we spent the first part of the show. We spoke a little bit about my phobia of all things medicine and doctors. Because I've got a resonancia this afternoon in a big machine. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. I'm going to be even more nervous before going to collect the results. I have an appointment on the 28th to collect the results. Anyway, whatever. And then we also spoke about an experimental pill, a treatment for leukemia that could end up being a potential cure. Again, another piece of news that should be on the front page of every goddamn newspaper and TV news show around the world, but isn't. Interesting stuff. And then we moved into the friend zone. A place that doesn't exist, if you me. We moved into talking about the friend zone. My unpopular opinion today was the friend zone does not exist. The friend zone does not exist. And yeah, to sum up, the friend zone is a place where you're in a relationship. For one of the people in that relationship, it's completely platonic. For the other, there are romantic feelings, and the relationship continues unequal. It implies that one of the two are putting in a lot more effort to try and entice romantic feelings out of the person who just feels friendship. It makes me sad just talking about it. It makes me think about myself and things that I've been through in the past. Have you ever been in the friend zone, Natch?
Not too much time.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. The Natch, man, he's
No, but I've been. Yeah.
So the friend zone. The friend zone, I would say it doesn't exist. I would say it's a catch-all term for a phenomenon that I would like to call low self-esteem. That is my point here. Low self-esteem is what's causing you to feel like you're in the friend zone. Because let's face it, guys, if you want to initiate a relationship with someone who does not want to initiate a relationship with you, that is under your control. That is completely under your control. Let me tell you, if you're listening to the show right now, if you listen to the madness and the craziness that Natch and I make every morning, you are an awesome person. You know, you're more intelligent, more beautiful than your average bear. Understand what you're worth, and then add tax. Because no one If that person can't see what's special about you, then it's not worth pursuing. Not for that person, for you, my dude or my dudette. If you're right now suffering because you feel like you're in the friend zone, understand that is something you're doing to yourself. That is an issue with your self-esteem. Understand your worth and add tax. Get out of that situation. And then when your feelings are maybe under more control, you can reinitiate that thing as a friendship. When you have those emotions. And I know what it's like. I've been in the friend zone too, my dudes. I've been there too. And I did exactly what I'm telling you. You heard the story in the first half. And it wasn't being put in a friend zone. It was because I had enough self-respect to understand what was going on. Respect yourself. Understand your worth. Add tax. The friend zone doesn't exist. You were in control. You were in control. Okay, let's see what people were saying in the chat before we get to the results. Okay. Let's see. You guys were busy while we were on the break. Let's see. I should dump more music in your Discord. Guys, yeah, there is a ProBoh Discord server. If you're not, if you're fans of Discord, look for me, Professional Bohemian, on Discord. You can find me there. Sadly, I don't use it as much as I used to, but I always dip in at least once a day to see what's going on. Chusky, what is the friend zone? La zona de amigos. Ironically, it was the term first coined in 1994 in an episode of Amigos, of Friends. De hecho, Nach, was Friends called Amigos in Spanish?
No.
It was called Friends. Okay. I like that. Let's see what else. Min, it's when you want to take a relationship further, but the other person just wants to be friends. The interaction lasts a longer time. Yeah, but that person is not doing anything wrong. You either have the feels or you don't have the feels. It's you. If you were in the friend zone, it's you who has the power to control it. Chocolate eggs or balls, asks Chusky. I have no idea what that means. But if I have to choose between the two, chocolate eggs. I don't believe him, Natch. He has all these fancy graphics for when he does the show at home. It's true. It's true. It looks like a TV show now, Natch. Yeah, but the most important component to the show is Natch. I can live without the... See, that's the thing. I'm here, happier right now, doing the show, without the graphics and the nice background, because Natch is here. He's the one. He's the one. That's why he's the Oracle, man. Okay, let's continue. Let's see. Respananthia is the best electronic music ever played. Respananthia. Maybe that's a typo, I don't know. When I've had Resonanthia, it looks like I am in the disco. That's a horrible relationship. I've lived that, says Trusky, around the concept of the friend zone. I just don't think it exists. It's not a thing that's real. It's a thing that we have coined to explain our own lack of self-esteem. Does that make sense to you, Natch, when I say it like that?
Yes, but I think there are other cases. For example, I don't know, you are in love with your friend, but you don't want to do the thing you did. Like, or we are in love or nothing.
Yeah.
No, there is like a middle term, like, well, she doesn't want to be with me, but I still want to be her friend. I don't know.
Yeah, again, I would say that's disingenuous for me. That would be a relationship that at points would cause me pain. And I would rather step back, understand who I am, what I'm feeling, reconnect with myself, my own self-worth, because being trapped in a relationship like that, I'm not going to call it the friend zone. Forcing yourself to endure feelings for someone that you see often, endure those feelings, encourage something, pushing something to go further, feeling those things. That's torture. That's something you're doing to yourself. I would rather take a step back, say, "Oi, okay, I need to get myself together," and then readdress that relationship maybe a few months, a few years down the line. Hey, how's it going? What craziness. And you know, the girl that I felt myself, do you remember I told the story that we were out, you know, was having feelings. I sat her down. I said, look, this is what's happening to me. I'm starting to have these feelings for you. If that's not reciprocated, I think I should take a step back from this friendship and readdress it. Since then, I've seen her a bunch of times. And it's been cool. You know? Yeah, that's my point, man. That's my point. Understand your worth, add tax. Because you're responsible for your emotions, no one else. Min, how about the friend zone does exist, but nobody put you there, you put yourself there? But I think we already have a phrase for that. And I think it's all linked to your self-esteem, your sense of self-worth. Because if you really valued yourself, it's in my mind, I'm not saying, again, I'm trying not to speak from any level of authority, I'm just talking about what it means to me. In my mind, if you are pursuing a love that is unrequited, that is not reciprocated, you know, you don't feel like or eventually you're going to feel like you're not worth that love. I mean, and that's not cool. Understand your worth. Understand that you deserve love. If that's what you're after, if that's what you found in this person, that is obviously something you desire. It's not going to happen with that person. Step back. Move on. I don't know. Let's see. So nobody put you there but yourself, but you're in the friend zone. You're not the poor victim, you're the cause, exactly. Well, I mean, I agree with what you're saying, your general concept. In fact, let's get Min a ProBoh approved.
ProBoh approved.
I've been on both sides and it's always a pain. Better stop it as soon as possible. Exactly. You know, that pain that we feel from unrequited feelings, that emotional weight that we carry when we love someone who just can't, for whatever reason, whether they don't share the feelings or for whatever reason they don't want to or can't reciprocate, that weight that we bear eventually drags us down and it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. Know your worth, add tax. If you found love in someone that isn't giving it back, then you deserve that love, but just not with that person. You just found the wrong person and the right person is out there. And that is coming from me, who is like the most disastrous. Yeah, take my advice when it comes to love and relationships with a grain of salt, guys. I am the worst. All right, anyway, I've been on both sides. It's always a pain. Yeah, well, I haven't been on the other side. I've never, at least as far as I know, had someone have feelings, strong feelings for me that I didn't reciprocate. At least they never let me know. I've been on both sides. So yeah, chocolate comment was for Easter time. Chocolate eggs, man. A ball's a thing in Spain? Something that you share at Easter? Maybe saying huevos. I think. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense, guys. Yeah, Easter, I can't wait. Oh, are you doing anything for Easter, Nat? You going anywhere?
Not yet. I haven't planned.
Yeah, I was thinking about going to see my family, but I think I'm going to leave it for the summer. I do want to see my family, though. Anyway, guys, so what was the result of that poll? The friend zone doesn't exist. I would argue it's more an issue of your own self-esteem, and you kind of, because you don't want to address that problem, you call it the friend zone. Because you don't want to address a lack of control of your emotional state and your own relationships. Because you don't want to address that problem, you call it the friend zone. And I don't think it exists. I think it's just a name for another thing, which is, you know, your own sense of self-worth. But I'm not the arbiter of truth here. The people in the chat are. So let's get a drum roll, Natch. I asked these people, I made the statement, the friend zone does not exist. Did they agree? 57% said no. Although I appreciate the round of applause. They don't agree, Natch. They think the friend zone exists. If I'm going to leave you with any final thought on this, because maybe I am wrong about this. Maybe I am wrong. I'm open to being wrong. Jeez. You know, as being a pragmatic follower of science rather than any religion, you know, you accept a certain amount of having a belief until proof is demonstrated, and then you change your beliefs happily. So if I am wrong, I would say the same. If the friend zone really does exist, I would still say the same. Understand that if you're stuck in a cycle of pouring emotion into a relationship that's going nowhere, it is within your control to get yourself out of that situation. And we have all been there, myself included. So if that's what you're feeling and it's bringing you down, understand that Uncle Rob's been through it too. So has the Oracle himself, Natch. We've all been through it. And you have the power. You have the power to understand your worth, to know what you want in your life and to go after it. You know your worth, add tax, and that's that. Guys, let's go to 100 humans. Woo! It was a long walk to work, my friends, across snow-capped mountains and through river valleys, and on that walk, I encountered 100 humans. And I asked them a question. Name an article of clothing you never wear, nunca pones, never wear in a fancy, fine dining restaurant. Woo! Name an article of clothing you never wear at a fancy, fine dining restaurant. There is one or two things in here I don't agree with. In fact, the top answer I don't really agree with. But it's not about me. It's about the 100 humans. Guys, I asked them that question. They gave me their answers. I have the top 7 answers right here. Your job in the chat and at home is to identify those top 7 answers. Guys, if you want to play along, twitch.tv/professional bohemian. Bohemio professional. All right. Let's see. What do you think, Natch? An article of clothing you should never wear in a fancy, fine dining restaurant.
You say tracksuit, chandal?
Chandals, tracksuit. Chandals, good one. We would call those a tracksuit or sweatpants. You know what I mean? Same kind of thing. You use them really for being at home, right? Sweatpants. All right. Is a tracksuit, sweatpants, chandals, are they there? Yes, they are, Natch! Natch getting us off the board today in today's 100 humans. Something you would never wear at a fancy, fine dining restaurant, sweatpants. 5 of 100 humans said that. It's in 7th place. I often think the 7th place answer is probably the most difficult. It's the most random. Let's see. People don't understand what love really means. It's much more complex. It's true. It's true, and also the idea of the friend zone doesn't really... It insinuates there's a black and white. Like, going back to what Natch was saying before, because obviously it's in my favour, it's a black and white argument, right? Because it makes it easier to argue. But really, human relationships are complex. It's not just your friends or your lovers and you're nothing in between. You know what I mean? Human relationships are complicated and complex. And that's another reason why I just don't think the idea of the friend zone holds any water. Kind of makes it feel like, it's one thing or the other, and it's not. Sometimes, there's a whole lot of grey area in between. Let's see. Running shoes. Chusky. Running shoes. So, like trainers or sneakers, as they would say in the States. Trainers, sneakers, running shoes. Says Chusky. Is running shoes there? Yes, it is. Well done. It's there. It's the 6th most popular answer, again with 5 of 100 humans, saying running shoes. Running shoes. All right, let's continue. Last time I went to a fancy restaurant, Natch, I was wearing sneakers. It was a few years ago, but I was wearing sneakers. And the number 1 answer on this list. Woo! Okay. Let's see. A cap. From JC. He says a cap. A cap. A gorra. Oh, thank you. Right. I always get mixed up. I want to say gorro. I don't know why. Or sombrero. But gorra. Oh, my God. Cap. Is a cap there? A cap. No, it's not. Sorry, guys. 100 humans did not say cap, but that's a great answer, JC. That's something that I wear quite often, a cap. Dude, if you're bald, you do anything to keep your head out of the sun. When I come into the studio wearing a cap, it's because I Couldn't be bothered shaving my head. Okay, a cap. It's not there. Great answer, though. A dry suit. Neopreno. Is that not like a diving suit? Like a waterproof suit? Neopreno. Yeah, it is, right, Natch? Yeah. Okay, Pedro. A wetsuit, we call them. A wetsuit. A swimming suit, or a bathing suit. Well, let's go a wetsuit first, like divers wear. Is it there? No, it's not. But then Pedro, like just a little bit before, said a swimsuit, which is a different thing. Bañador, right? A swimsuit. You know, that can't be there, right? It is there, Natch. It is there. A bathing suit. See, these are beautiful moments in 100 Humans where someone says a silly answer and it's there. Great answer. Bathing suit. It is there. With 13 of 100 Humans saying they wouldn't wear a bathing suit to a fancy restaurant. It's in 4th place. Okay, let's continue. What is this? A Fallero's sash, says Born to Iron Man. A Fallero's sash. Fallero. Do you know that, Natch? Or is that me
Maybe
being
it's
stupid?
the costume the falleros wear.
Okay, it's a
in the fallas in Valencia.
Yeah. Is it there? No, it's not. I'm sorry, Born to Iron Man. Great answer, but not there. Pedro says a Hawaiian shirt. A Hawaiian shirt. Is a Hawaiian shirt. Do you know the Hawaiian shirt, right? Would you say camiseta hawaiana?
Hawaiiana, yeah.
Hawaiiana. Mm-hmm. All right. No nivelazo because of the pronunciation mistake, I think. Yeah. I get it. I like how you're being more tough for me today, Natch. Is a Hawaiian shirt there? Tell you what, I'm going to give him it. Yes, a Hawaiian shirt is there. Hawaiian shirt is there. It is the 5th most popular answer with 11 of 100 Humans saying Hawaiian shirt. Wow, well done. Hawaiian shirt, usually short-sleeved with a big floral, colourful pattern. A Hawaiian shirt. All right. We see eye to eye, Pedro. What about flip-flops? Woo! I like this. You know what they call flip-flops in Australia? A thong. A thong. In England, we refer to a thong as what you would call here in Spain. In Spain, a tanga. All right. So a thongs, or flip-flops. Is flip-flops there? It's not there, Natch. It's not there. Okay, you've got to imagine that this is the height of posh. The most exclusive posh restaurant in the world. I think that's where the 100 Humans were focused, because there's some answers here. There's some answers here that you may, Basically, the number 1 and number 3 place are things that I exclusively wear. So that should be a big clue. Pantalones tejanos. What are pantalones tejanos?
Jeans.
Jeans. Vaqueros. Like blue jeans. Normal, everyday blue jeans. That's from Chusky Trusky. A blue jeans there. Yes, they are! Oh my God, Chusky! With 31 of 100 Humans, it's the number 1 answer. Yeah. Can you believe that? I went to a fine dining restaurant. I was at the time dating a girl, really wanted to impress her. Went to some really nice restaurants. Jeans, jeans, trainers. Okay, well done, Chusky. That was the number 1 answer. The best relationship is the one that you give and share without wanting to receive anything. True story, Chusky. True story, my dude. Okay, he continues. A t-shirt. He says a heavy metal t-shirt, but I'm just going to say t-shirt. Is t-shirt there? Yes, it is. Well done. The 3rd most popular answer. We just have 1 more left. All right. Born to Iron Man says a beret. It's the hat, the French hat. It's not there. It's not there, Born to Iron Man. Last one. Common article of clothing, Natch, in the summer. We're not allowed to wear them in the office. That's a massive clue. But it's summer, it's hot. Perhaps you don't want to cover your entire body with cloth or material. You want to leave a certain area, your lower extremities, fresh and in the breeze. Can you guess what it is, Natch?
Short trousers? Or I don't know.
Shorts, we would say, but well done. It's there. Second most popular answer. Shorts. Yeah, in the summer, we're not allowed to wear shorts. Well, maybe different rules now. New boss? You never know. All right, let's go through the list. 100 humans. Are you ready? Are you ready to shout in unison? Okay, here we go. In position number 7. When I asked 100 humans to name an article of clothing that should never be worn at a fancy, the fanciest, the most posh, the most expensive fine dining restaurant, what should you never wear? In position number 7 was sweatpants, chandals, tracksuits. Okay? It was there with 5 of 100 humans. In position number 6, we had sneakers. Go wearing your shoes, man. Don't wear your sneakers, your sports shoes, your trainers. Sneakers. In position number 5, we had Hawaiian shirt. Really well identified there from Pedro. That one was pretty obscure and he identified it. A Hawaiian shirt. In position number 4, with 13 of 100 humans, was a bathing suit. A bañador. Great answer. Again, another one of Pedro's. In position number 3, we had Chusky with t-shirts. In position number 2, we had shorts. So just shorts. We wouldn't say short trousers. I think back in the 40s and 50s, you would say short trousers. Now we just call them shorts. So shorts. And in position number 1, we had blue jeans. Well done, Chusky Trusky. Well done. Chris Val rolls here. Morning, guys. I missed the question, but I'm going to try. Shorts. You did well. Oh my God, really, Natch? No time for complete the news? Oh, guys, I guess we'll save the news articles for tomorrow. I just want to do the one about the damn horror movie. It's been 3 days now. All right, guys, I've had a world of fun. Sorry we missed out on the final part of the show, but it was an important conversation to have, I think. We had a brilliant unpopular opinion. We had a great 100 humans. Guys, thank you so much for being here. So many things you could have been doing today. Instead of doing those things, you're here with me. Means the world. I will see you tomorrow.